welcome to Fox Valley TV here at beautiful Campbell Stadium in Plano, Illinois. Tonight, we have the homecoming game for the Plano Reapers as they take on Coal City Kohlers. As you see the wonderful fireworks in the background, I am joined by my broadcast partner and play-by-play Mike Johnson.
Thank you, Evan, and also like to thank Eric Peterson, Felix Fontanez on camera, along with our producer Mike Reynolds, who have done a great job this year broadcasting football games. We have an exciting one tonight, Evan, as it's homecoming night here in Plano. We have two 3-2 ball clubs. The Kohlers coming in after a couple of conference losses, and the Reapers coming in on a high note after a tough road victory, 46-21 at Manteno, after trailing 21-0 in that ball game. What do you expect to see tonight, Evan?
Well, as considering I saw Plano kind of, rattling around and getting pumped up in the gates here before they ran out onto the field, they are ready to come into this game with as much momentum and excitement as they can, as opposed to Coal City, who, when they step onto a field, you can see they've got a very serious mentality. Every player's going over what they've got to do, and it's an individual game. And but boy, do they do it well. A lot of great talent on both teams, and we're excited to see what they can do against each other.
Absolutely, Coal City desperate for a win after starting off 3-0. They got to pull off a tough road win. They do not want to fall to 3-3. As we get set to go, the Reapers will receive to start. It looks like Izzy Adioti standing back at the 5. Along with Michael Marshall, number 42. The kicker is Carter Copes, number 33, and he kicks a short one, which bounces, and the ball is live. Let's see who's got it. This might be Kohler football, as it bounced off a Reaper return player, and it is Kohler football.
Is recovered by Coal City.
Just a bobbled pass, the unfortunate receiver. He tried to dive on it, took a bit of an impact from Coal City. A textbook case of sending that kick far up into the air with some spin. It can do some damage against any special teams coordination.
Caleb Spreitzer, number 34, on the fumble recovery. A huge mistake for Plano to start the ball game. They did not want to see that happen. They were getting set to receive. It bounced off a return player, and Caleb Spreitzer was right there to recover. So quarterback Christian Johnson, number 10 for Coal City, comes out in the pistol. Tight formation, a couple tight ends, one split receiver to the right. And there's a first carry of the game off the right side. That is number 83, Nick Hayden, on the carry, and he doesn't get much as a Reaper defense stacks him up at the line of scrimmage.
Nick Hayden, an experienced player, coming in this as a senior. He's definitely going to be one to watch. Ready to make a difference in this team and this game.
Noah Hernandez on the stop. This Reaper defense anchored by Carlos Martinez, the conference leader in tackles with 52 stops, including 14 tackles last week at Manteno. Reapers mainly operate out of a 3-4 defense as the Kohlers spread it out now with two receivers to the left. Johnson, the shotgun, running back to the right, along with the wing back. Johnson looks a pass, throws across the middle, incomplete. As he tried to go across the middle to his receiver, Blake Harsine. Make it 3rd and 7.
Blake Harsine.
One thing to definitely keep an eye out is Coal City, when they're in the shotgun, can they can sit back there for a while if they really need to. And you definitely see that with Christian Johnson. He's got a lot of confidence when he's in the gun, and he's got a line like he does that can keep the defense at bay.
Yeah, this is a very experienced offensive line for the Kohlers. They keep both their tackles and their center from last year. 3rd and 7, ball at the Reaper 23-yard line. Johnson looking to pass, rolls right. Under some pressure, he throws along the sidelines, and that is incomplete. Good coverage on the play by the Reapers.
Number 34 for the
A bit of the
Kohlers.
bootleg, but good coverage by the side of Plano for that rush, even though there's some movement out of the backfield, which I'm not quite used to defending just yet this early in the game.
Spreitzer, the intended receiver. Alex Chavez, number 1, the defensive back for the Reapers. 5'10", 175-pound junior. Tight coverage, as that was a tight window for Johnson to complete that pass. 4th down, Kohlers going for it. Johnson in the pistol. Two receivers split left, a running back behind him. Play action, Johnson throws left, and it's incomplete over the head of Blake Harsine.
He was rushed a little that time. You could see it in his throw. Didn't quite get his feet set. The ball just carried way over.
Mauricio Perez on the coverage, number 2 for the Reapers, along with Levi Campbell. Levi Campbell, one of the team's top defenders, playing defensive back, along with Michael Marshall and Johnny Menke. All three of those players are big playmakers for the Reapers. So Tyler Ward comes out for the first time with the Reaper offense. Last week he went 12 of 16, 277 yards and 4 touchdown passes. So a big night as he is the conference passing leader. He has plenty of time as he throws to the left, caught, leaping and making the grab is Izzy Adiotti. He's got a first down to the 35-yard line.
You can just see why he's leading those pass yards. He's got wide receivers who are willing to go and get up in the air to fight for any ball that even might be a little off target.
Izzy Adiotti having a tremendous year as he leads the conference with 572 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns, and he also leads the conference in total points with 54. Jay Winter gets his first carry of the ball game, gains a couple yards, and he is brought down by number 59, that is Brian Stopka.
Gain of 2, second down, 8 yards
senior linebacker for the Kohlers. 2nd and 8. Ball at the Reaper 38. 2 backs with Ward, and there's a handoff.
Goes to number 43.
That is Winter again, who gains a few yards past the 40 to the 43-yard line. Ryan Chapman on the tackle.
Jay Winter, not a big running back, but boy, it seems like he would have been able to get through that defender if they hadn't grabbed his ankle.
3rd and 3 now. Reapers have to get past the Kohler 46. There's Marshall, Michael Marshall getting the handoff. He breaks a tackle. Now he's into the second level, gets into Kohler territory up to the 45-yard line. Michael Marshall getting his first carry of the ball game. He is a very quick, very shifty back, and he and Winter have split the carries this year. Both have had very effective seasons.
You can tell, not a big backfield for Plano.
Reapers in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Winter, the running back, now shifts to the right of Ward. Marshall, the motion man. Ward fakes to him, drops back. Now under some pressure, and down he goes. Big sack for the Kohlers as that was number 5, Ty Hickey, defensive lineman, was able to break free off the right side of the line and make a huge sack. That is a loss of 6 yards as the ball is moved back to Reaper territory at the 49. Ward empty backfield, a couple wing backs, 2 receivers to the right, and a quick screen out to Elijah Meisen at the tight end, and he's still going as he breaks some tackles, and he is brought down at the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 yards by Elijah Meisenet, and a big play for the Reapers.
Meisenet using his power, 6'2", 205 pounds, lowering shoulders and blowing through defenders. He even had a little cut step there, though. Showed his speed, even with his size.
Nice athletic move by Meisenet as Ward with the empty backfield again, 2 receivers on each side. Quick pass to the left, finds wide open Izzy Adiotti. He's still going, and to the 10-yard line where Caleb Spreitzer finally wrestles him out of bounds. Another big play for the Reapers.
But again, the chains are on the move. It's another Reaper.
Just a missed opportunity for Cole City. They had could have held it to a short pass, but just let Izzy Adiotti use that speed down the sideline.
They mark him out at the 12, a gain of 17 on Adiotti's second reception. Marshall gets the carry, and he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage and shoved back. Gain of maybe a yard. They look like number 79, Paul Smith, and number 75, Drew Blazekovic.
And number 8,
Logan on the stop.
Perard.
Logan Perard given credit for the tackle as well. Second down and 13. There's a pitch. Winter tries to cut up inside, bounces off a blocker and does not gain much. As they'll make it 3rd down. Nice play by the Kohler defense. Junior Arias, number 40, in on the tackle.
Little strange offense. You can see Plano seems to have the pass block on lock, but the running block to either side seems to be a little bit of a struggle.
3rd and 9, ball spotted at the 11. Ward rolling right, trying to find someone open. He throws towards the corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Levi Campbell making the reception.
A whole lot of space he saw on that right side, just ducked on the flag pattern, and he beat his defender. There's no real way of getting around it. He just used that speed and cut right, found daylight, and a Plano touchdown.
Campbell makes a catch from 11 yards out, but we have a penalty marker.
After the play, first of all, unsportsmanlike punting, number 13. Touchdown.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on Levi Campbell. That must be excessive celebration, but it was after the play, so the score still counts. They'll move the ball back on the extra point attempt. Either that or they will add it to the kickoff. Looks like they will add the penalty to the upcoming kickoff. Manuel Valles on to attempt the extra point.
Emmanuel Valles will attempt the point after.
A left-footed kicker. And a jump, looked like it was on Coal City.
On the line of scrimmage. Penalty markers will await the call.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
And it indeed is encroachment on the Kohlers, so that'll make it a little bit easier for Valles as they move the ball up half the distance to the goal. Maybe they'll bring, looks like they'll bring some new personnel on, try to go for 2.
Well, when you only got about half a yard to go for, and the way that the run game and pass game has been working, this short yardage seems like it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Looks like they're going to go for 2 as we see Winter and Marshall along with Levi Campbell come out with the rest of the Reaper offense. So 2-point conversion attempt here for the Reapers as encroachment penalty gets them close to the goal line. Ward under center. And there's a pitch to Winter, and he is, actually that's Levi Campbell, and he is in. So Levi Campbell puts up the first 8 points of the ball game for the Reapers. An 11-yard touchdown reception followed up by a 2-point conversion run, and with 7:40 to go here in the first, the Reapers lead the Kohlers 8-0.
Something you definitely want to pay attention was the fact that almost the entire drive, the yards after first contact for both the wide receivers and run game of the Reapers were substantially, large compared to what they have been all year. It seems like even though they aren't a very large backfield, the Reapers are definitely pushing for those extra yards every chance they get.
Well, Jay Winter in his senior campaign coming off a junior season where he rushed for over 1,300 yards and 20 touchdowns, so an impressive year. And he actually took over for Michael Marshall, who got injured in week 3. He was the starting running back, and Winter played the final 7 games of the year and had an incredible year. His numbers aren't quite as big as they were this year, but he's sharing the load with a healthy Michael Marshall. You also see Levi Campbell. Even Mauricio Perez is expected to get in on a lot of carries. So this is a very versatile and explosive Reaper offense that is off to a great start against one of the top defenses in the conference.
Line depth and just running it down the middle is something that definitely puts some wear and tear on even the team's best defenses.
Glad you mentioned the offensive line. This is a Reaper team that returns all 5 of their starters on the front line from last year.
You can definitely tell a lot of veteran decision making.
Valles kicking off. Kohler return man standing back at his own 15. And it's like a squib kick. It's picked up by a Kohler player, and he is brought down at the 42-yard line. That was number 5 on the return, Ty Hakey.
Number 40 looks like on the tackle.
That's Carlos Martinez. We mentioned him, the top tackler for the Reapers at middle linebacker, a very tough player, one of the best defenders in the conference. And quarterback Christian Johnson and his Kohler offense come out for the second time with good field position. 7:32 to go here in the first period. 8-0 is our score as the Reapers lead it. Johnson, 2 receivers on each side of him in the shotgun. He's got a running back. Motion man is Nick Hayden. And there's a handoff up the middle. That is Danny Kroger, number 3, getting the carry off the left side of the line. Noah Hernandez, number 75, big nose tackle, making the stop along with Carlos Martinez. That's a gain of 2.
Saw the hole and filled it very quickly. Coal City could not keep the block for long.
This is a front 7 for the Reapers, one of the best in the conference at stopping the run. Empty backfield, Hayden the motion man, and he's going to get on the end around. He's brought down in the backfield. Johnny Menke, number 15, along with the linebacker, number 52, Nick Dalkey.
Credit where credit is due. The Plano defense with a great play call, lining up that 6-man when they saw no one in the backfield. A gutsy call on some standards, but you could definitely tell that a lot of men in black are wearing their, or have been doing their homework.
Coach Matt Key, the defensive coordinator for the Reapers, he's known for calling some pretty clever schemes. He likes to mainly run out of the 3-4, but he does blitz from time to time and mix things up. Third down. Go ahead, Evan, I'm sorry.
Oh, well, when you got the speed of some of those secondary, you got to use it.
And play stops. It's going to be a timeout.
On the field taken by Coal City.
Taken by Coal City. 6:17 to go here in the first quarter. And the Reapers lead the Kohlers 8-0 after scoring on their first drive, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Levi Campbell, followed up with Levi running it in on a 2-point conversion.
One thing that you definitely got to pay attention is the way that they just kind of drive down the line. You don't see many big plays, but a lot of gains of 10 and between that area. That's got to put a hurt on Coal City because they've got to be out there for more plays. You can't exactly shake off the 1 or 2. You find yourself in a position where you're just getting pushed further and further back, and I think it might not even be until halftime that Coal City kind of perks up and jumps back in this, and unless they get a really big gain or a really big pass.
Yeah, it was interesting looking at their numbers. Only 56 points given up by this Kohler defense up against a very explosive Reaper offense. So it's curious to see how that matchup has worked out. Third down, 15. Johnson throws to his left, and it is off the shoulder of his receiver, Caleb Spreitzer, and incomplete. It looked like Mauricio Perez, number 2, on the coverage, but a tough catch by Spreitzer had he been able to come down with it, but that makes it 4th down and 15 at the Kohler 37, and looks like they're going to come out to punt. Levi Campbell comes out along with Elijah Meisenet. They're going to stand at around the Reaper 35.
Elijah Meisenet, number 88. Dropping into punt formation is number 13, TJ Jason.
Timothy Jessic, number 13, the punter for the Kohlers. And kind of a low kick, and it's going to bounce out of bounds at around 35. And that's where Tyler Ward will come out for the second time with his Reaper offense.
That's where the Reapers will begin 1st and 10.
Expect the deep pass game on that left side. It's really the only tip I'd have if I was Coal City is you just got to keep an eye out for the speed of not only the wide receivers but even the tight ends coming off that side. We saw Elijah Meisenet just blow past a few defenders when he was given the opportunity on that pass in the previous run.
First play from line of scrimmage as Ward in the pistol, and flags fly. Might have a illegal procedure or a false start.
Looked like a jump the gun.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
I'll move the ball back to the 30-yard line. 1st and 15, 6 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter, as Reapers have the ball for the second time after completing a successful drive, which ended in a 11-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Ward to Levi Campbell. Ward on the keeper, is going to carry along the left side. He's got some running room and gets up to the 40-yard line. Gain of around 10 yards as it makes it a 2nd down and 5. Danny Norton, number 1 on the tackle for the Kohlers. Once you call it a gain of 9.
6 yards to go.
2nd down and 6 now.
A lot of depth, like we were saying, in the backfield, even at the quarterback position. You can see Ward actually playing 2 positions, a safety on defense as well.
Ward in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, actually 2 on each side. Ward throws to his right. He's got a man and unable to hold on to it was Elijah Meisenet. As it looked like he had it in his hands but was unable to hold on to it. So I'll make it 3rd down and 6 with the ball at the 39-yard line.
Well, you can show that even with the success of the pass game and the previous drive, Coal City has definitely gotten in the heads of a few of the wide receivers. They have made some bobbles here and there, where you know, the defense was close behind them.
Meisenet and Adiotti split right. Campbell and Dylan Hammond, number 22, split left. Ward in the shotgun, Winters running back. And a quick screen to Adiotti. He's got it. He's got a few blockers. Cuts up inside and still going. Izzy Adiotti, is he going to take this one all the way? He cuts inside a defender and he's finally brought down at the 4-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle by Timothy Jessett.
Got to give credit to the lineman going all the way down the field, Ethan Key, who had a pretty good block right there. Although flags are down, this might...
Unsportsmanlike conduct again. That's the 2nd time just 7 minutes in the ball game that the Reapers been called for unsportsmanlike conduct. That was a gain of around 60 yards by Izzy Adiotti as he was so close to taking the end zone. He is an explosive player, one of the fastest players in the league. And we saw his speed there.
So that will unfortunately draw back a few yards from that fantastic run.
Yeah, we're waiting to see where the officials spot the ball. They're going to spot it at the 20-yard line, so Reapers do get a fresh set of downs as Izzy Adiotti took it all the way down to the 5. They move the ball back 15 yards from where he was brought down due to the unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll call that a gain of around 35, 40 yards with the penalty added.
I can only imagine they're just going to run semi the same play. So far, gone unstopped by Coal City.
So the Reaper offense finally ready to go as Ward giving directions to Adiotti as he lines up split right. Reapers tighten up the formation, a couple wing backs to the left. Ward in the shotgun. Shovel pass to Levi Campbell. He breaks a tackle and spins away and tries to run to the right sideline. Still going as he spins away from a couple defenders, but he's finally brought down at around the 25-yard line. Actually, we'll mark him down at the 22. That's actually a loss of a couple yards, but still, Levi Campbell refusing to quit on that play.
Once again, you just got to reiterate Plano's ability to take an impact and stay on their feet, continue running. We see it in just about every play.
These backs are very tough to bring down, that's for sure. 2nd down and 13 as they actually mark him down to 24. Ward in the shotgun. Winner the running back to the left, 2 receivers to the left at the top of the screen. Ward's going to call timeout. Each team has used a timeout. They both have 2 remaining in the half. With 13 remaining to go here in the first quarter, and the Plano Reapers lead this one 8-0.
Plano been on point in this game so far with the pass game on that right side, like we've been talking about a lot, and you're most likely going to hear about it even more. Izzy Adiotti for the Reapers has just about every time the ball touches his hands is able to take it for 10-plus yards, even when you're going on a screen. But Coal City has somehow found a way to kind of sneak in at least a little bit into the heads of the Plano Reapers, because didn't expect them to take a timeout to maybe kind of recuperate or I guess gain the momentum back what they had. But I don't know that this one's close enough to call just yet. I mean, I know with the score being 8-0, obviously the scoreboard is very close, but I mean, regardless of the scoreboard, you could see that these two teams are evenly matched.
Adiotti coming off 8 catches for 192 yards and 2 scores. Last week, he's got 7 touchdowns on the air. He is definitely the player to keep an eye out for on this Reaper offense. Ward in the shotgun. Adiotti, the motion man. He gets it on the end around. Coming off a Jay Winter block, and nice job by the Kohler defense closing in on him, as it looked like that was number 8 for the Kohlers, Logan Perard.
Number 8, Logan Perard.
One of the problems with that end around is the fact that, you know, no matter what level that you get to, even collegiate football or the pros, you find that wide receivers do like to kind of dance when they're put in a running situation. So the Coal City quick feet of those defensive backs able to make the open field tackle kind of might stop that play from happening again.
Logan Perard wants number 44, Brock Crawford, able to bring him down. And looks like Ward on the keeper, cuts left and runs into a couple defenders. As he gets inside the 25. Not a whole lot of room there.
Brock Crawford.
Brock Crawford again on the stop.
Brendan Nevin, number 35.
I do think that whatever was discussed in the first time out Coal City pulled was, you know, somewhat of a smart game plan, because something seems to be working, although I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Seems like the tenacity of Coal City has definitely been stepped up a bit.
Under 3 minutes to go now. 4th down and 13. Reapers have to get past the Kohler 10. Quick screen out to Maisonet. He's got it. And he's able to spin away from 3 Kohler defenders, but he's finally brought down at the 20-yard line. That was number 40, Junior Arias, on the stop. And that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Christian Johnson will come out with his Kohler offense for the 3rd time and try to even the score up.
Once again, both teams more than willing to go for it on 4, understand how important it is to get into the end zone very early in this game.
1st and 10 for the Kohlers at their own
1st and 10 for the Kohlers on their own 20.
Johnson in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to his left. And here's a pitch to Nick Hayden. Got a little bit of room as he tries to stretch it out along the right side. And
goes to number 83 for the Kohlers.
Push the pile forward up to the 30.
He is stopped by number 52,
Nick Dalkey, the linebacker, making the tackle for the Reapers. It's a gain of 7 yards. It'll be 7 and 3 as they mark the ball at the 28.
It's a very untested Plano secondary. They don't see a lot of the run games making their way into that secondary. Normally the front line can get them. And
another give up the middle to Hayden as he gets close to the 30. Let's see if he has enough for the 1st down. They're going to mark him down a yard short as Nick Dalkey again on the tackle.
Less than a yard to go for the Kohlers.
So that'll make it 3rd down and a yard. Is now under 2 minutes of play, 1:42 to be exact here in the 1st quarter.
A little bit of a different play call.
Johnson in the eye. And looks like a quick give to the fullback.
Ball carrier stopped at the line.
That was number 3, Danny Kroger.
Was Danny Kroger.
Definitely trying to throw off the Plano defense with a little bit of a position change that we haven't seen. But I think they threw even off a few of their own linemen. You saw them slow to the line.
He was brought down a yard short. Martinez and Noah Hernandez combined for the tackle. 4th down and 1. Kohler's going for it. In the eyes, Christian Johnson. And looks like another quick give to the fullback. I'm not sure if he got
Christian Johnson, number 10.
Actually, Johnson on the keeper.
Tackle made by
went for the stretch, and he is good. They'll give him the 1st down.
Martinez on the stop again, but not before Johnson could cross the 1st down marker. He gets up to the 32 as we're now under a minute to play. 55 seconds and counting. 1st down and 10 for the Kohlers. Another tight formation, this time Johnson in the shotgun. And there's a handoff up the middle, and find a decent hole was number
3, Danny Kroger off the right side.
3, Danny Kroger.
Making the stop, number 15 is Johnny Menke.
Johnny Menke on the tackle for the Reapers, a senior defensive back.
It's a gain of 3, we'll make it 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, small gains is what Coal City is definitely pushing for now. The last 4 plays have only averaged about 2 or 3 yards per carry.
should be the final play of the first quarters. We're closing in on the final 10 seconds. Here's a pitch, cutting it up. This is Kroger again, and he is stacked up and brought down at the 40-yard line.
Number 3, Danny Kroger.
Nice gang tackle by the Reapers. Looked like Levi Campbell in on the tackle.
Carlos Martinez,
along with Carlos Martinez, who's been in on a ton of tackles already tonight. As the clock strikes 0, as we played one quarter here at Reaper Stadium on homecoming night 2016 here at Plano High School, and the Reapers lead it 8-0.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Now, come on. Come on.
All right, I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still, love. 1 second, I know. Just I know.
He's
Okay, good. Okay, go, go, go. No. Boys, hang on, boys.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
All right, Cube fans, here's a quick look at the I-8 large standings. Herscher at undefeated 5-0. Plano in second place at 3-2. Manteno and Coal City also 3-2. Sandwich and Streeter at 1-4 are games tonight. Sandwich at 1-4 taking on undefeated Herscher. Manteno travels to take on Streeter. In the small, we have Wilmington undefeated at 5-0. Lyle and Reed Custer both at 3-2, along with Seneca. Piatone at 2-3, Westmont at 1-4. Wilmington takes on Lyle. Seneca takes on Reed Custer, and Westmont takes on Piatone.
As we jump back to the second quarter here in Plano, an attempt at a quarterback sneak from Coal City. Johnson pushed up the middle, about a gain of 2.
All right, so that's going to make it 4th down.
Pick up enough for a first
Actually,
down at the
pardon me, that's a
42-yard
fresh set of chains. First down as Johnson now in the shotgun. Trips receivers to the right for the Kohlers as he's got an empty backfield. 2 receivers to his left. Under pressure from Dalkey, and down goes Johnson on the sack.
Ball's out,
And a
fumble.
loose football. Let's see who comes up with it. It appears to stay with the Kohlers.
Kohlers retain possession.
Looked like Brian Stopka able to keep possession for his team, but
Loose football
Nick
was
Dalkey
covered
coming
by
in on the
Brian
blitz,
Stopka,
making a
Kohlers.
huge defensive play for the
Loss of 2
Reapers.
on the play. 2nd and 12.
The
Coal
heads-up
City.
play by Plano, seeing a, not immediately seeing it, but we're able to adjust as soon as the ball was snapped. Found some space on that left side.
It's only a loss of 2 as it's 2nd and 12. Ball spotted at the Kohler 40. There's a handoff up the middle, breaking free. This is Kroger, and he gets into Reaper territory.
On the carry,
Finally brought down at around the 40-yard line. Gain of around 20 yards. So big play for the Kohlers as they now finally have some momentum going.
Tackle made by Mauricio
The going into the quarter, or whatever they had in that timeout. Obviously, the coaching staff there are very experienced and able to adjust the game plan accordingly. Plano might be in trouble.
Tackle made by Mauricio Perez as they mark him down at the 41-yard line. So that's a gain of 19 yards for Danny Kroger. Now Johnson in the eye. 1 receiver in each side. Here's a handoff to his tailback off right guard, and he gains maybe a yard.
He stopped almost immediately.
I feel like there is a something to talk about when it's you see the line pushing in for the Coal City. When they're able to make that space for the running backs to get into the secondary, I mean, damage can be done.
Johnson now back in the shotgun. And there's a handoff. Kroger tries to find room off the left side and has some as he gets inside the 35. He's brought down near the first down marker.
Stop by Mauricio Perez.
Mauricio Perez again on the stop for the Reapers. Let's see where they mark him down, and it's going to be brought down.
Coal City.
Actually past the first down markers. They give him a fresh set of chains, and they mark him down right at the 31-yard line. So the Kohlers showing some signs of life for the first time on offense as they look to get closer to the Reaper end zone. In the shotgun, and flags fly as looks like we have
Markers come out. We'll await the call.
legal procedure against the Kohlers.
I think that when they were discussing in the huddle, someone forgot to tell the offensive line it was on
False
2.
start. Offense, 66. 5-yard penalty.
It's going to be a false start on Thomas Papnick, number 66 for Coal City.
One of the many experienced linemen. So you can tell there was a bit of a miscommunication.
So I'll move the ball back 5 yards. 1st and 15 at the 36. Johnson pitches it to his running back and brought down from behind by Levi Campbell.
Levi Campbell wraps up Danny
The
Kroger.
Huge play. That was number 3, Danny Kroger, again on the carry, but Levi Campbell right there to make the play.
A wow heads-up play. It can't get much more experience than that. You just see the fact that these guys have been studying each other, watching a lot of tapes. He witnessed the play, he saw the setup, and he knew exactly where the back was going to be.
Kroger had a couple nice positive runs on this drive, and he was brought back for a loss of 3 on that one. So 2nd down and 18 to go. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Ball spotted at the Reaper 39-yard line. Johnson rolling left, trying to find an open man. He has one, and is it caught? We'll see what the officials call. And it is a catch by Caleb Spreitzer.
Over the shoulder pass on that rollout bootleg to the left. Credit where credit is due. There's guys in the pros that can't do what Johnson just did.
So a huge pickup for the Kohlers.
Down for Coal City.
As they had a long ways to go, they pick up a fresh set of downs and move the ball all the way down to the Reaper 21-yard line. Gain of over 20 yards. Johnson now in the red zone, or close to red zone for the first time, as there's another handoff. And breaking free off the left side, still going forward, and finally brought down was Danny Kroger. Kroger gets inside the 10-yard line as Kohlers now in the Reaper red zone for the first time. It'll be 1st and goal with the ball spotted right at the 10. 11-yard run by Danny Kroger.
Kroger definitely favors that left side, as we've been seeing. I think the whole Coal City team favors that left side. I might be wrong here, but the majority of the positive plays they've had have come out of that left side, whereas the tackles for a loss on the right.
Kroger again, and you called it left side, and he's got some room, and he appears to be in.
Danny Kroger into the end zone.
And waiting for confirmation here.
Short of the end zone.
And he's brought down just short, down to the 2.
Didn't quite get the ball on the right side of the pylon.
Yeah, you're right, Evan. That left side of the offensive line really doing a nice job opening up some holes for Danny Kroger, as he has found his sweet spot there, running some plays along that. As we have another run up the middle. Christian Johnson on the keeper. Actually a quarterback sneak. Kohler signaling touchdown. We'll wait confirmation for the rest, and he appears to be short as he gets the 1.
Few inches there. I mean, the fact that the goal line defense for Plano is a brick wall is not a shock.
Kohlers hurry up to the line, I formation. One receiver on each side. And looks like a sneak as Christian Johnson finally able to push forward for that final yard. So Kohlers get on the scoreboard for the first time. It's 8-6 with 7:37 to go here in the second quarter. We'll see if they go for 2 to try to tie it up. It wouldn't surprise me if they do.
Oh, with the way Kroger's been playing right now, you got to admit it'd be a little foolish to not give him the opportunity to try to even the score.
Yeah, you would expect that either a handoff to Kroger or Johnson on a keeper, but we'll see here as it looks like they're indeed going to go for 2 and try to tie this one up.
Wide receivers line out. Johnson set up with only one running back. It is Kroger.
And Kroger trying to push his way forward, and it looks like the Reaper defense stops him short. Nice tackle on the play by a host of Reapers, as it looked like that was number 54, Ethan Key, in on the tackle along with a few teammates. So our score with 7:37 to go here in the second quarter. The Reapers leading the Kohlers 8-6.
Once again, just a fantastic drive. Looks like just about an average of, I'd have to get the exact numbers and do the math, but I think we had a negative impact when the Coal City Kohlers tried to go to the right side. Obviously the I guess a favored side to the left. You even saw Christian Johnson, who is a right-handed quarterback, swinging out there and trying to go for the pass over the shoulder. But Coal City Kohlers were no match for the line that the Reapers put up at the end. I mean, you know how good that secondary's been, not only this year, but previous years, and just about all games so far. Once that second line moves up to a lineman position for the goal line defense, yeah, you know, you're going to be pretty lucky to be able to get through there. We saw them being stopped on the extra point.
So Carter Copes will kick off to Izzy Adiotti and Michael Marshall. They're standing back at the Reaper 20. Copes kicking off at the 40-yard line of Coal City, as Tyler Ward gets set to bring his troops back onto the field and try to add to their lead. And this is going to be taken by Brandon Davidson. He gets to around the 35-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. Go ahead, Evan, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The sheer impact that those two players brought against each other, it shows that these two teams are not messing around, both of them going for it all on every play.
Well, both these teams, longtime rivals and very evenly matched. It's a big game for both teams as the Reapers look to, who finally eclipsed the 500 mark last week with a huge road win at Mantino. They look to go to 4-2 and get even closer to playoff eligibility. Ward dropping back, rolling right. Then he throws, and it's incomplete, as that was short of Elijah Meisenet. Ball a little too low, and I'll make it second down and 10. Ward had plenty of time, but good coverage by the Kohler defensive backs and linebackers on that play, as Ward was just unable to find anyone open.
He had all day back there too, and even started moving backwards, which is definitely a little dangerous. And you see it really at the high school level, makes a lot of coaches very nervous.
Ward again with an empty backfield. Two receivers on each side. Winner of the motion man, he gets the carry on the end around, tries to find room along the right side, and he slips and falls at the 36-yard line. Gain of only a couple, but a nice job by the Kohler defense stretching that out, and Winner was just unable to find much room.
Ball at the 36-yard line.
Going back to what you were saying about the Reapers wanting to better their score, with the record that they have right now, I can't imagine a postseason without these black and purple jerseys, but it's also homecoming night, and I think the only thing that they're thinking about is getting the win here at home in front of all the alumni.
One game at a time, as here's Winner on the cutback, tries to find room, and he gets past the first down marker and past the Reaper 45-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 48-yard line, as that was number 43, or actually, excuse me, number 40, Junior Arias, finally able to bring him down, but a nice run for Jay Winner.
You can take stats and numbers, whatever you need, but if you watch a running back like that push through 4 white jerseys, he's a good player.
Very powerful running back indeed is Jay Winner. First down and 10 at the Reaper 47 as the Reapers look to get in Kohler territory. Ward rolling right, and he's going to throw deep for Meisenet, and over his head and incomplete.
Tight end going way out there as the intended receiver, Meisenet, trying to make some space. He is not what they expected to see out there, and you definitely kind of saw Junior Arias falling behind a little bit. He's not ready to back a tight end going all the way out there.
Arias, a 3-year starter for the Kohler's. He made that tackle on Winter, and he was in on the coverage there that last play. So 2nd and 10 as Ward in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Meisen at the tight end to the left. Winter getting the handoff. Cuts up inside the right side of the offensive line. He's brought down right at midfield. Danny Norton on the tackle for the Kohler's.
Number 1, Danny Norton.
Making space for himself again. I don't know if I'm ever going to get tired of mentioning it. The yards after initial impact has been nothing but impressive for both teams' backfields, but definitely if you got to mention one, it had to be the Plano Reapers, who are just taking impact after impact and jumping in play after play, attempting to get that extra yard.
Reapers take a timeout. They have 1 left. Kohler's with 2 with 5:49 to go here in the second quarter. The Reapers facing a 3rd down and 7 with the ball right at midfield as they look to put up their 2nd score of the ball game. But yeah, we were talking about Winter. Winter's more of a power back. He's good at breaking tackles and plowing forward. And you also have Michael Marshall, who's more of a speed back, a shifty back. So definitely a versatile backfield for the Reapers, and it's good to see both those guys healthy this year and making a solid contribution in their senior seasons.
Yeah, Coal City's been tempted to make that stop to a lot of those guys, but with that dual back power that you just mentioned, you know, they're finding it kind of hard to stop them at times.
3rd down and 7. 2 receivers in each side of Ward, who's in the shotgun. Winter's running back to the right. Kohler's bring 3. Ward with plenty of time, throws right, he's got an open man, Maisonet, who makes the catch at the 32-yard line. Gain of 18 yards as Maisonet made a nice catch in traffic. He was hit right away. It was Max Arias on the tackle.
I don't really care about how many years you've spent in any league, that whatever level you're playing at, when you are a wide receiver, or a tight end in this case, and you've got that many defenders around you, you know you're getting an impact. The fact that you can get the ball and bring it in is astounding.
That was a big hit by Max Arias as Maisonet was able to hold on to it. Ward on 1st down, dropping back to pass, now steps up, going to his right, and he throws, and it's incomplete as Izzy Adioti was the intended receiver on the comeback route, but that pass was a little too low, so I'll make it 2nd and 10 with the ball spotted at the Kohler 33.
Even with a just a little bit of rain coming down, we're seeing the both high school teams may I remind you, go into the air. Shows that these coaches have some confidence in both their quarterbacks and wide receivers.
Yeah, it's a very brisk night tonight. Temperatures in the 60s, and we've had a chance of rain in the forecast all night. Hopefully that is not a factor as it's 2nd down and 10. Ward hands off to Winter on the give. He tries to find some room along the right side, and he pushes forward up to around the 25. A penalty marker is down low.
Could possibly be looked like a hold, but I'm not quite sure what I saw on that Plano side.
And it is indeed holding on the Reapers. So I'll move the ball back 10 yards.
Holding, offense, number 13.
Yep, that being called on number 13 for Plano. That was Levi Campbell. A wide receiver, doesn't have a lot of experience as a blocker. So when you find yourself going at a big defensive end coming towards you, you know, you just kind of do whatever you can to stop him.
2nd down, 17. They move the ball back to the 40. Ward hands off to Winter, the motion man. Actually, it says Marshall, and he is tripped up and brought down on a nice tackle on the play by number 11, Ryan Chapman. So Marshall stopped, actually, gain of around 3 yards for Marshall, but not much there as Ryan Chapman made a nice tackle in the open field.
Credit to him. He easily could have been kind of pushed out of the way, but he was able to focus in and pull him down.
4:30 to go here in the second quarter. 3rd down 15 for the Reapers. They have to get past the Kohler 22-yard line as they lead 8-6. Ward Pump fakes. Plenty of time now. Now he's under pressure and he slips and falls down.
A big loss of yards. That is not what he wanted. Very frustrated with himself, you can tell.
I believe that was number 21 for the Kohlers, Michael Pampick.
21, Mike Pampick.
That's something to look for, is plays like that when you kind of get down the road. Is a very, very talented quarterback, Tyler Ward, not used to making mistakes like that. Might be able to get into his own head a little bit too easily as compared to maybe other players.
Michael Pampich on the sack for the Kohlers. Austin Buis will punt. For the Reapers, he's standing at his own 44. And a decent punt. And it will be ruled down at the 11-yard line. So a solid punt for Austin Buis as Kohlers are pinned back pretty close to their own end zone with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Reapers holding on to an 8-6 lead. Not much scoring so far. Last quarter with 7:40 to go. Levi Campbell caught an 11-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Ward, and he ran it in on a 2-point conversion. And then on the Kohlers' last drive with 7:37 to go in the second quarter, Christian Johnson snuck it in from 1 yard out after some solid runs from his running back, Danny Kroger, helped get the Kohlers down to the goal line. And this is Kroger again, trying to push the pile forward. Actually, Nick Hayden, number 83, the ball carrier, but he is brought down
On the stop, number 75, Noah Hernandez.
by Noah Hernandez after a short
Gain of
game.
a yard. It'll be second down, 9 yards to go for the Kohlers at their own
Reapers
12.
only with one timeout left, so this may be the final possession of the first half. We'll wait and see if the offense gets the ball back.
Well, it's not out of the question. We've seen a lot of quick turnovers.
That's true. So we're now under 3 minutes. Johnson, single back formation under center. Now he takes it and rolls left on the keeper, and he is brought down by Michael Marshall.
Quarterback keeper.
See how much movement in the secondary that you find when Plano sets up, and you see Coal City kind of, you know, even though they stay still, Plano seems to kind of see them moving, and they move with them, and well, you can really see that it's working with these last two plays. Only about
Malky giving credit for that stop, only a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 7. 2:15 to go. Johnson, play action, rolling right, trying to find somebody. Under some pressure, hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. As he tried to find his receiver, number 25, McAllister Smolak. Mauricio Perez on the coverage. So with 2:05 left to go, the Reaper offense will get the ball
There is a
back.
penalty marker
I'll
down.
tell you, it's
We'll
a
await the
hold.
call.
Yeah, as a penalty marker is down, we'll wait to see what the officials call.
I believe that was, I called it as a hold. I think the judge snuck it in there.
Holding, offense, number 53. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
And that is indeed holding on the Kohlers. The penalty is declined as Levi Campbell and Elijah
Levi
Meisenet
Campbell
standing
and Elijah
in Kohler
Meisenet
territory.
are deep for
Around
the Reapers.
35.
Two men back. Plano really wants to return this. They can get it in the end zone before half. You know, that's going to be a huge momentum boost, especially with the team has kind of been getting pushed back on their heels for those last few plays.
Timothy Jazik punting from his own end zone. Good snap, and it's a short punt. And it's going to be down at
Short punt down.
around the 22-yard line.
Inside
A
the
very short
25.
punt by
The Reapers
Jazik,
will
not
be
what
in
they were
business
looking
with
for.
under 2 minutes
Tyler
to
Ward
go.
with 1 minute 56 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And put up a second score for the Reapers.
Ball is going to be marked at the 22-yard line. First
to
and
head
10
into
for the
the
Reapers.
locker room with a halftime lead.
Let me correct that and call it the 23-yard line.
Actually, they'll mark it at the 23, but still a very short punt by Jazik.
Plano probably going for, you got to look at the lineup and see just the fact that they love that pass, the quick slant, and we're just had all day, so he can get it done.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. Winner running back as Ward facing pressure on the blitz. He's able to get away from it, and he's rolling to his right. Still going, and this time he is brought down.
Dropped for a loss.
Big play there by the Kohler
Making the
defense.
play number 40,
That was
Junior Arias.
Arias on the sack, and Ward was able to fend off a blitzer. Still trying to look for someone along the right side, couldn't find one, and finally Arias able to bring him down. That was probably a play where Ward probably should have just thrown it away.
It's, I mean, you got to give credit to a quarterback who's been comfortable in the pocket for so long, but yeah, when you find yourself in a rushing position like that, you just got to sometimes give the ball away, and it definitely takes a lot of experience to be able to make that decision.
So it's a loss of 7 yards. Ball moved back to the 29, and here's a keeper by Ward up the middle. He gets up to the 25, where he's finally stacked up and pushed back.
Down near the 25-yard line is stopped.
Nice job by that Kohler defense.
Wanted to get things done himself in that play action. I never want to disagree with a coach's call, but you got to be careful because Ward is a great talent to have on that team, and a pushing up the middle, especially getting close to half, that you might have to battle back with. You could possibly see an injury, and that's something that we never want to see here when two great teams are so just barely making it to the middle of the season. A lot of depth on both sides. We've seen some fantastic work by both teams in the run game, but you got to admit the quarterback situation on both sides has been something of impressive. Christian Johnson, his completion rate's been pretty impressive, although both teams struggling with a lot of wide receivers catching the pass and dancing around, not making much gain.
Reapers come out of their final timeout. As I mentioned, we are doing a dual broadcast with High School Cube, so our High School Cube audience, stay tuned. We will have a halftime show, Reaper cheerleaders and marching band.
Line up,
3rd and 14, ball at the 25.
Tackle.
Ward with trips receivers to the left as he takes the snap under some pressure, and he's got a screen set up with Jay Winter. Got a little bit of room. He cuts back up the field, and he is brought down. It appears to be a first down, and it is a huge play for the Reapers with 52 seconds. Now they are in the red zone, with still plenty of time to go for a touchdown. They mark him down at the 8-yard line, so a 17-yard gain on the screen pass to Jay Winter. Same formation, trips receivers to the left. Ward rolling left, trying to find someone open. Now stutter steps, able to get out of pressure. Still going as he's eluding defenders. Spins away again, now he throws across. Caught by Dylan Hammond, he reaches for the end zone. What a play, an awkward play, which results in a reception for Dylan Hammond. Wow.
Not tell if he stretched it
He
out
appears to be
enough.
short, yes. Clock's still going, under 20 seconds. Reapers got to hurry up and get formation here.
13 seconds.
Ward spikes it.
Ward
10
spikes the ball to
seconds to
kill the
go
clock
here.
with 10.7 seconds remaining.
3rd down and 10, so the Reapers have 2 plays to get in the end zone.
It's not a play that most teams will practice, but you gotta admit, credit to Plano, that coaching staff is one to look at when you're kind of building your own model. Both of these teams, there's things that you might omit, but there's things that both these teams have that others don't. And that's a special teams call that's very impressive.
3rd down, Reapers have 1 yard to go, 10 seconds left. Ward rolling right. Now he cuts back up the field, tries to get in the end zone himself, and he's in for the Reaper touchdown.
Lowers his shoulders, an impressive move, like we've said. He's been kind of hesitant to take the run. He's also been kind of hesitant to let go of the ball, but Ward, seeing the space and taking it to the house himself, he was a little bit disappointed with himself coming off. You could visually see it when he left from the last drive. So you can tell he came out there with a chip on his shoulder. He was ready to lower the shoulder and get those extra yards.
That looked like that was Brandon Nevin for the Kohlers, number 35, that met him right at the goal line. Ward was able to get past him as Vias kicks the extra point. Our score was just under 5 seconds to go here in the first half. The Reapers lead the Kohlers 15-6.
Some very impressive football from both sides, but like you said, Ward pushing through the some big defenders on that line. Ward, not a large man at all. 6'1", 195 pounds. As a quarterback, he's got some strength. He's got some space to move, but some of these defenders are just they've got some formidable size, and they can find their way in the backfield just as quickly as they can run you over.
Well, we saw how good he is on his feet on that pass to Hammond. He was spinning away from 4 or 5 different defenders on a couple different occasions. He finally threw across his body to an open Dylan Hammond in the middle of the field, who was able to get it to the Reaper 1-yard line, and Ward finished the job from there. So
one of those situations where you look over to the sidelines after the coach is yelling, throw it, throw it, throw it. And he's like, I got this. You can tell. He's definitely got some little swagger in his step now. I think Plano's ready to take this.
Fias kicking it off, and it's going to be a squib kick. Picked up at the 20-yard line. This is Junior Arias, I believe.
On the return, number 40, Junior Arias.
And he's brought down at the 32-yard line as the clock strikes 0. We played 1 half here at Reaper Stadium on Homecoming 2016. And our score at halftime, the Plano Reapers lead it 15-6. And we'll be back with second half action on Fox Valley TV.
Concession stand operated as always by the Plano Sports Boosters.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Now, come on. All right, I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still, love. 1 second, I know. Just okay, good. Okay, go, go, go. No. Boys, hang on, boys.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
And we are back at Reaper Stadium as we get set to kick off the second half. The Reapers lead the Coal City Kohlers 15-6 at halftime. I'm Mike Johnson along with our cameraman Eric Peterson and Felix Fontanez, and our producer Mike Reynolds, along with my partner Evan Weissman. Quick scoring recap. With 7:40 to go here in quarter number 1, Levi Campbell caught a 11-yard touchdown pass from Tyler Ward, and then he ran it in on a 2-point conversion. That made it 8-0. Then the Kohlers struck back with 7:37 with Christian Johnson sneaking it in on a 1-yard TD sneak, and after a 2-point conversion fail, that made it 8-6. Then with just 10 seconds to go, Tyler Ward ran it in from 1 yard out on a touchdown keeper. Emmanuel Vias kicked the extra point as the Kohlers get set to take over for the second half as they start off with the ball. Blake Harsine back deep, standing at his own 5. And just a reminder, we are doing a dual broadcast for High School Cube. You can go to thecube.com and watch a replay of this game immediately after the ending. And you can also watch a replay of this game on Fox Valley TV throughout the week. Just go to fvtv.com and check out the schedule, and you can find out the replay times of our broadcast. Baez kicks off to start the second half, and Harsheim takes it, runs right, has a little bit of room, gets a couple nice blocks, still going, and he's brought down on a nice return for around 30 yards to the 40-yard line. But Evan, looking back at that first half, we saw a little bit of everything. Solid Kohler defense, or one of the top defenses in the conference. Some solid Reaper offense, as they're one of the more explosive offenses in the I-8 large. And some solid runs and passes on both sides.
Been super back and forth between the two teams. It's just, I don't really think that there's been one side that's really held the game together for an extended period of time. It's roughly 50-50.
So out come the Kohlers with Christian Johnson in the pistol. A couple of receivers to his left. And there's a handoff straight up the gut. Nice hole opened up and brought down by Alex Chavez. That was Danny Kroger, who was the Kohler's lead rusher in the first half. Had some solid positive runs. Gets a nice one there up to midfield as Kohler's pick up a fresh set of chains on their first play from scrimmage to begin the second half. Gain of around 10.
See Kroger coming right out of the gate with an explosive run.
Nice job by that offensive line, opening up a big hole for him. Same formation for the Kohlers as Kroger this time goes off the left side and is able to push the pile forward into Reaper territory. He's brought down at the 44-yard line. That looked like Danny Nunez, number 6, the cornerback, on the tackle for the Reapers.
Notice, right out of the gun, Coal City's quick to the line.
And Johnson on the keeper tries to cut up field, and he is brought down by Nick Dahlke. Nice play there as Reaper defense able to close in on him quickly. Not much of a gain. That'll make it 3rd down and a manageable 4 yards.
Well, we've already got the what they were discussing in the halftime locker room. The Coal City Kohlers definitely coming out of this, or came out of the first half, chip on their shoulder. They seem to be trying to match the speed of Plano.
They're looking for a big road victory as both teams sitting at 3-2. Coal City goes to Sandwich next week. There's a pass and nearly intercepted, but caught by Caleb Spreitzer. Very tough catch made along the right sideline by Spreitzer as Reaper defender nearly jumped the route, but Spreitzer making a nice play and showing some good concentration there.
Just looked like that one came off the hand of, did not catch who the defender was, but credit where credit is due. He was able to keep the ball and able to grab it even after the deflection.
So that moves the ball up to the Reaper 39, 1st down and 10 for the Kohlers. And here's a pitch to Kroger. Kroger trying to find room along the right side, and he gains a couple.
On the stop, number 52, Nick Dahlke.
Dahlke again on the tackle for the Reapers, the linebacker.
Slowly but surely, Coal City's making some moves.
Dahlke, a senior at 6 foot, 230 pounds, carries a lot of size, also plays right guard for the Reapers. 2nd and 6, and there's a handoff, and being pushed back was Kroger. Another solid play by the defense. Johnny Menke making the tackle. It's now 3rd down and 8. Ball moved back to the 37.
You've got your 50-50 winner. We'll call out that number in a moment.
So it looks like Coal City finds themselves in, once again, a kind of do or die situation. They've not been very strong converting on 3rd from this far back.
2 receivers to the left for Kristen Johnson, who's in the shotgun. He's got a wing back and a running back to his right. Johnson has time, throws across the middle of the field, is tipped and incomplete as he tried to go to his receiver, Caleb Spreitzer. Nice defense by the Reapers. That was Mauricio Perez on the coverage. So that'll make it 4th down and 8 with 9:07 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And looks like the Reapers will get the ball. This is a spot of the field, Evan, where you got to watch for a fake, definitely.
Well, they can, we've seen it sort of happen once with Coal City trying to go on that right side, but, the defense has been unfooled for Plano.
Campbell and Maisonet back deep to return the punt, but the Reapers had a mini defense set up in case of that fake. And the punt is caught, and being wrestled back was Levi Campbell.
That's a call to take that, but man, the special team return game has been a strong one for both teams, so I understand the confidence.
Yeah, kind of a dangerous catch by Levi Campbell. Brian Stopko was all over him among a few other Kohler defenders. So the Reapers start the ball pretty deep in their own territory. They're going to spot it at the 10-yard line. So the Reapers have to go 90 yards for a touchdown.
Check with us here at the press box.
So out comes Tyler Ward and the Reaper offense. for the first time here in the second half. He's got a dual backfield with him in the shotgun, and here's a handoff to his running back off the left side, and still pushing forward. That was Michael Marshall. Was able to break a tackle and get a few extra yards. Call it a gain of 3.
A suplex by TJ Jesnick, I believe that was. Yeah, number 13.
Jasic, number 13. Jasic on defense also serves as the team's punter. He was in on that tackle. 2nd and 7. Same formation for Ward. And this time it's going to be Winter, and he is stacked right at the line of scrimmage, but he's able to break free and finally was wrestled down. Nice job by the Kohler defense. That was Junior Arias on the tackle.
It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Arias, a busy man, playing linebacker for the Kohlers. In the first half, he made a nice stop on Winter there, so as a loss of 2, 3rd down and 10.
Once again, finding themselves in familiar territory, 3rd down and long. Both teams have found themselves in this multiple times tonight.
3 receivers, 2 to the right for Ward. Drops back, steps up, now decides to take off. Now he throws, and it is complete.
Coming back to make the catch across the way.
That was Maisonet on the reception. A big play for the Reapers as they keep possession of the ball and get a fresh set of chains. A 15-yard pickup for Maisonet as he gets the ball up to the 25.
A much needed first down. You saw that he saw a open position on the field and broke his route, cut straight to it. Some great heads up, not only throwing, but some great heads up field play by Maisonet.
Yeah, Ward showing his feet throughout this whole game as he's been scrambling around and still able to find open receivers. As we have a first down at the 25, here's a motion man, and it's going to go to Mauricio Perez on the end around. Has a hole through the left side, still going into the second level, and he's brought down, actually pushed out of bounds, just shy of midfield by number 6 for the Kohlers. I believe that is Max Arias. But a big run for Mauricio Perez of 25 yards.
Some wonderful play calling, some wonderful blocking. Credit to the front line, who definitely made some space.
A line that returns all 5 starters from last year as first down winner. Nice play off the right side, gets into the second level, and another pickup of around 14 yards and a fresh set of chains for the Reapers as Jay Winter and these Reaper running backs continue to keep the chains moving as they look to put up a score here on their first possession in the second half.
Once again, swapping out the 2 running backs, going back to back. They just take turns getting these big gains. Plano definitely coming out of the momentum with that early score, or I'm sorry, I should say late score in the first half.
So the Reapers tighten up the formation on the right side, 2 receivers to the left, and here's Perez again, cuts inside, able to juke out a couple defenders. Now he breaks free, and this is a touchdown, Reapers. Mauricio Perez from 36 yards, and the Reapers jump out to a 15-point lead, 21-6 with 6 minutes, 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. Big play for the Reapers.
Big plays all around. Maisonet started that drive. There was a little bit of ippiness. You know, you found Plano back once again, 3rd and 10. They haven't been able to get out of that situation very well, but Maisonet with the very clutch catch coming back. And then just the, I'm at a loss for words of the run game capability as the Plano Reapers hit their extra point.
Valles with the extra point, 22-6 our score here in the third quarter, 6:24 to go. As the Reapers strike first in the second half with a 36-yard touchdown run by Mauricio Perez, who had a touchdown run last week against Mantino.
Perez and Marshall trading back and forth, like I was saying. Just a dominant force this back and forth run game that the Reapers can play with. The line depth as well, we were talking about that earlier, is, I mean, they can run first string, second strings, and they can both do some damage.
Yeah, and you didn't even mention Jay Winter, the lead back, who's got a lot of help this year. I mean, this guy rushed for 1,300 yards and 20 touchdowns last year. And, you know, now he's got some help in the backfield. You know, that's less wear and tear during the regular season that he takes on. And come playoff time, this should be a backfield that's healthy and ready to go.
Power and speed is the key, and they are definitely hitting their marks here as they come out of the for the second half.
The Reapers, a senior-dominated team. Perez, a junior, one of the few juniors able to get on the field and make some big-time contributions. He has shown his skills here so far this year as he just capped off a 36-yard touchdown run. As that kickoff goes out of bounds, there'll be an illegal procedure penalty, and the Kohlers will start on offense at the 35-yard line.
Set up to hopefully make an impression here. Cole City definitely has something to prove. Down 22-6 right now. They're getting pushed back. The majority of drives that they've had. This is an opportunity to maybe get a few big plays and possibly get yourself back in this game.
They still have plenty of time too. A little over 18 minutes of football left to be played, so Coach Lenny Onsen and his guys try to get back into this one and put up the second score of the ball game. As there's a handoff and stuffed right up the middle. Nice play by Jorge Martinez, number 73, along with Levi Campbell, as they brought down the ball carrier, number 83, Nick Hayden.
Nick Hayden, number 83.
It's actually going to be a loss of a yard.
The Kohlers, loss of a yard.
Hey.
Aaron Walsh.
Sorry?
No, I was going to say ball spot at the 34. Go ahead, Evan. My apologies.
Oh, no, just a fantastic run up. The play calling has been confident, but Plano's just been right there for a majority of these calls. It's almost like they're reading the playbook.
And another handoff, and not much there. That was Croker getting the carry as he gets close to the original line of scrimmage.
Another great example of what I was just going to bring up is it seems like, you know, Plano's able to move around once they watch Cole come up to the line. And when Cole City does kind of set its feet, you see a lot of motion around on that Plano defense, and they seem to be able to know exactly where that running back's going.
Now in the shotgun is Christian Johnson. He's got two receivers to his right, a wing back and a running back to his left. Johnson throws across the middle, and that is over the head of Nick Hayden. Way over the head of Hayden and Levi Campbell, his defender. So I'll make it 4th down and 9, and it looks like the punting unit will come on from the Kohlers, and the Reapers will get the ball back.
So far, the Kohlers have not faced a 3rd down closer than about 8 yards.
Levi Campbell and Elijah Maisonet standing at around the Reaper 35.
In punt formation for the Kohlers.
Timothy Jazik, they actually call him TJ for short. He's a punter, and a nice line drive punt taken by Campbell, and he tries to find an opening
on the return
along the right seam, and he gets close to the 40-yard line.
It's like a hold on the play, flags down.
Ryan Chapman, number 11.
Ryan Chapman, number 11 on the tackle for Cole City.
A flag on the play will await the
So
call.
looks like there was a, waiting on the call.
Block in the back, turn team, number 39.
Well, block in the back on Plano. So once again, Plano giving up a few more yards than they'd like to with when it comes to penalties. They've been definitely outfaulting the Cole City Kohlers here with, I believe that is their 4th penalty so far. They've had holding, 2 big losses with the unsportsmanlike conducts, and now they're blocking the back.
Yeah, I was about to say they had 2 unsportsmanlike conducts within the first 5 minutes of the game. I think both due to excessive celebration. But yeah, certainly the Reapers got to control themselves a little bit out there as Jay Winter gets a handoff, tries to run right, and he is brought down right away. Nice tackle by the Kohlers.
I will come to the defense of the home team, though. A wonderful homecoming night. The stands are packed here on the Plano side. Coal City, a little bit of a travel, but they do travel fairly well for a team that's got some distance to come. Both of these teams, fantastic to watch, and so it makes sense that you've got the good fans out here.
And it's good to see the weather's held up. We've had a chance of rain tonight, but it looks like it's going to hold off till later on, till well after this game ends. So it's a nice, crisp and cool night here at Reaper Stadium. Can't ask for a better night for some Friday night light action. As Campbell gets on the end around, has some room, gets past the 40, he's brought down, flags fly. As number 21, Michael Pampich, makes a stop for the Kohlers.
Big block.
Along with number 8, Logan Perard, but penalty is down. We'll see what happens.
Sorry about that. Jay Winter with an impressive block. You saw him coming around the end. That was just a well-laid block. And I believe this might be a hold. It looked like it might have been on number 2, Perez. Waiting on the call.
Legal block in the back, I believe, was the call.
Block in the back, offense, number 2. 10-yard penalty.
Block in the back on Perez.
Good call, Evan. You got the right player. That was Mauricio Perez. Called for a block in the back, so
well,
we'll take the run back.
At this level of high school, you know, you see the backs who aren't used to making those large open field blocks. It's something you got to be careful with, and it's definitely something that those refs are going to look for. Not obviously something you can't do considering it's a penalty, but it's it's something that you see, even up into young college levels making those same mistakes.
Ward the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. Tight end wing back to the right. Winner the running back. Ward under some pressure, and he throws it along the left sideline, and Levi Campbell's got it. Or does he?
Levi Campbell with the catch, but he's out of bounds.
So we had one official signal that it looked like it was good. The other two, once they conversed, I should say, came to the conclusion he stepped out.
Yeah, it was a tough call. From where we were at, looked like he caught it, but the official saw otherwise. So as an incomplete pass, 3rd down 14 with 4 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ball at the Reaper 26-yard line, so they got to get actually past the Kohler 39 for a fresh set of downs. As the ball is actually marked at just inside the 25-yard line for Plano. 2 receivers on each side for Ward in the shotgun. He's going to throw deep to the right for Adiotti, who's streaking along the right sideline, and incomplete as he was unable to haul it in. That was just out of his reach. As Caleb Spreitzer was covering him, Adiotti had to step, but the ball falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and long, and Austin Buis will come out to punt for Plano.
Now again, very rarely do I question a coaching staff, but going way deep on the 3rd down long call. They, I guess, have some confidence in their defense, but that's risky. You're giving Coal City an opportunity to get right back in this game, and they've definitely not been stepping down these last few plays.
Yeah, probably trying to fool the Kohler defense there, as Adiotti is one of the fastest players in the conference, and he did have a step, but that throw was just out of his reach as Austin Buis punts the ball and is down at the Kohler 40, so they'll get decent field position for their 2nd drive of the 2nd half.
And it looks like Coal City is going to definitely take a little bit of a longer huddle that you see. They've been making sure that every player knows the plays. They've been relaxing, playing some conservative football, hoping to get in the back of the end zone.
So with 3:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Johnson with the pitch. Pitches it to his running back, Kroger, and he gets a couple of yards past the 40-yard line. Brought down rather quickly. Nick Dalkey, along with Michael Marshall, combined for the stop.
Combined, it's a gain of a yard to the 41-yard line.
Gain of only a yard.
Once again, making sure that everybody's on the same page. Johnson playing captain. He's trying to get this team in a position to come back.
They spread the field now as Harsign, the motion man, And there's a pass to the left off the hands of the receiver and incomplete. That was Ryan Chapman, the intended receiver.
Classic case of a receiver feeling the, what we used to call it on the field when you're playing, it'd be you hear the footsteps of the defender, and you just get kind of nervous when you're trying to grab a pass that's a little bit out of your reach, scared for that awkward hit that could cost you to fumble the ball.
Mauricio Perez on the coverage. That ball was off the hands of Chapman and in the air, so that makes it even more dangerous, but Perez was unable to make a play on the ball. 3rd down and 9 at the 41. Johnson hit as he throws to his left and incomplete over the head of Blake Harsheim. Good coverage by Levi Campbell. And looks like
4th down.
the Reapers will get the ball back as Kohlers will have to punt.
That is the 4th third down that was more than 8 yards from a first that Coal City's had to face in this half.
So Maisonet and Campbell standing just inside the Reaper 30-yard line to retrieve the punt from TJ Jazik. Campbell's going to take it, hand it off to Maisonet as the Kohlers saw that coming and they brought him down immediately. Looked like that was number 24, Austin Mellon, making a tackle along with Blake Harsheim for the Kohlers, so good special teams play.
You can tell it was well rehearsed from the very veteran style that they were able to bring the team together for the spike that led to the touchdown that we saw just before halftime to, the old pitch and switch punt return that Plano was trying to pull. I mean, they coaching staff is keyed in on special teams for sure.
So the Reapers get the ball back for the 3rd time here in the second half. 2:51 to go. They lead it 22-6. Ward in the pistol now. Trips receivers to the left as here's a handoff to Winter. And he's able to break a couple tackles and he is wrestled down near the 1st down marker. A penalty marker is down. Plenty of penalty markers have flown tonight, and we'll see what this call is.
Didn't quite see the player, but it does look like it was a black jersey coming out of the block in the back.
And it indeed is a hold on the Reapers, so they'll move the ball back 10 yards.
Lyle 14, Wilmington 13.
So once again, a little few mistakes on the side of Plano. They've been struggling with these penalties. That's close to their 50th yard given up just due to flags.
Johnny Navarez, the left guard, the guilty man, as they move the ball back to the 29-yard line. They'll make it 1st down and
1st and 20 now.
1st down and 20, actually ball's at the 21. As here's a nice run by Winter, and he is brought down inside the 30.
Number 43
got a lot of space to make up for.
Danny Norton on the tackle. Nice tackle by him in the open field. Winter could have gone a long ways. He had a full head of steam, but he was brought down at the 33-yard line. And a gain of 13 yards as we're coming up on the final 2 minutes of play. 2:15 to be exact here in the 3rd quarter. Reapers have a solid lead. 22-6 is our score. Ward in the shotgun. Trips receivers to the right. Adioti the split man to the left. And this is Winter on the handoff, and he is wrestled down. Nice tackle by Michael Pampich. But yet another flag is down, so we'll see what the call is.
I believe 55 on Plano. That was Austin Magnuson. Got beat on his man, and to attempt to stop the blitz, tried to reach up and grab him.
Magnuson, the team's left tackle.
And that penalty looks like it'll be accepted, so Plano will be moving back.
Number 50, penalty is declined. 3rd down.
Oh, I'm sorry, the penalty's declined, so letting the plays run short on Plano, who find themselves once again in a 3rd and 9 or 3rd 10 position. So a long way to go.
Coach Onsen decides to decline, which makes it a more manageable 3rd down situation. Still pretty long, but they have to go 9 yards. Ward rolling left, under some pressure, steps up. Now decides to keep it himself, and he is wrestled down.
The ball's loose.
And the ball is loose, but it looks like a Reaper player was able to pick it up. We had a little bit of extracurriculars going on there after that plays. Both teams.
This is going to bring up 4th down for the Reapers.
We were fighting for a loose ball, it appeared.
But
But regardless, as 4th and long, and Austin Buis will come on to punt for the Reapers. Go ahead, Evan.
You can see just the
Austin
heat
Buis on to
coming
do
from
punting.
the
back deep.
both sides. It's just kind of steaming. Both these teams want to win, but both these teams also, this is a testament to the rest of the conference. Who comes out of this one might be, the feared team later on down the road.
Well, the Reapers can take sole possession of 2nd place in the Interstate 8 large with the win tonight, as a decent punt by Buis, and it is going to be rolled down by Jermaine Boyd as he picks it up at the 32. So good punt. But definitely that last drive, Evan, penalties were a huge problem for the Reapers. I believe it was 3 holding penalties, if I...
3 holding penalties for a total of 30 yards.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you want to see, and for the Reapers, that was a drive killer, as they did have some positive plays.
The veteran line that we were discussing earlier seems to, I don't want to say hot-headed, but they do seem to be getting a little nervous.
And here's the first play from the line of scrimmage for the Kohlers as they get the ball back, as we're closing on the final 30 seconds, but not much of a gain there as Carlos Martinez and Levi Campbell combine to bring down the Kohler back. See if they run one more plays. We have 15 seconds to go.
Seems looking like they will let the clock run out.
And indeed they will. As we played 3 quarters here at Reaper Stadium on homecoming night 2016, the Plano Reapers 12 minutes away from victory as they lead the Coal City Kohlers 22-6.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Now, come on. All right, I know, 2 seconds. Hang on, just stand still. Stand still, love. 1 second, I know. Just okay, good. Okay, go, go, go. No. Boys, hang on, boys.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
All right, we are back. Start of the 4th quarter. 22-6 our score. The Reapers lead it here on homecoming night at Plano High School, as they're 12 minutes away from victory and claiming sole possession of 2nd place in the I-8 large and improving to a 4-2 record. This would be their 3rd win in a row should they hold on. Johnson, quick screen out to the flats along the right side, and a nice catch by his receiver. That was
number
25 on the catch, McAllister Smolik, making his first catch of the evening. Nice tackle by Alex Chavez.
So 2 names stepping in the game, a little bit of a roster switch up. Some players trying to make some differences here on the opportunity for the here on the varsity level.
3rd down and 4. In the pistol is Johnson. They tighten up the formation with a couple of receivers to the right. And there's a pass to the right, and a huge hit as that pass was caught.
Still able to hold on to it, but a little bit shaky walking back to the huddle.
Caleb Spreitzer on the reception and a huge hit. That was Alex Chavez making his 2nd tackle in a row, and he was all over that one. So it's 4th and 1 at the 38-yard line, and the officials call a timeout for a measurement. Nice job by Caleb Spreitzer holding on to that one because he had Alex Chavez barreling down on him from behind very hard.
Chavez almost brought him back to the line of scrimmage with how hard that impact came. And still waiting to see. Looks like it's very close, but it'll be inches.
Inches shy of the first down.
It's indeed just a few inches shy of the first down. 4th and 1. Decision time here for Coach Lenny Onsen. His team's down 16 points. And they are close to midfield, so it wouldn't surprise me if they went for it here, considering the short length they have to go to get a fresh set of chains.
So as the chains retreat, Coal City comes to the line. Hoping to, well, I'm thinking they're just going to go for the obvious, right up the middle.
Well, they could try to get the Reapers to jump. I formation, and it's going to be a sneak by Johnson. He's brought down immediately. Appears to have it. Let's see what the officials. And they indeed give him the first down.
Quick gain. You see the leg strength of Johnson.
Carlos Martinez right there to meet him at the line of scrimmage, but Johnson just barely had enough running rooms. He gets his team a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 43. Johnson now in the shotgun, a wing back and running back to his left, and here's a pitch to Kroger. Kroger trying to find some room, cuts up inside a couple blockers, and he gets to the 45-yard line. We'll call that a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards.
Great blocking in the white jerseys. They've been given a little bit more space, a little bit more room than they would have had otherwise.
Mauricio Perez on the stop along with Danny Nunez, the cornerback. Michael Marshall also in on the action. 2nd and 8. As we played a minute and 20 seconds here in the 4th and final quarter. The Reapers trying to hold on to a 16-point lead. Johnson, empty backfield, Hayden the motion man. Johnson looking to throw, he throws to his left. He's trying to go to Spreitzer, and it's incomplete as it was just out of his reach. And Mauricio Perez on the coverage, so I'll make it 3rd and 8.
Diving, stretching out as far as he can, but the can't seem to make it that far as Johnson found himself under pressure.
Both teams on the road next week. Coal City comes back up here to take on our next door rival, Sandwich. The Reapers travel to Streeter. Both those teams at 1 and 4 right now. Is Johnson flush out of the pocket, rolls right, trying to find someone. Now he throws, and it is incomplete. But a flag is down.
He was holding on. I'm going to go with 75 that walked away from that one guilty. That's Drew Blazkowicz.
And it indeed is a penalty against the Kohlers. So
once again, the Kohlers trying to get that leg up. Now they're kind of falling to a rushed sort of style, and that's leading to some penalties and some mistakes.
Yeah, we saw penalties. We saw penalties hurt the Reapers on their last drive, so they were responsible for 3 holding penalties. So that'll make it 4th down and 8 as the Reapers decline it. And the Reapers will get the ball back on a punt. Meisenet and Campbell standing back at around in between the Reaper 30 and 35-yard line as TJ Jazik will punt it off for the Kohlers. And a decent punt. It will be taken by Campbell at the 20. They will stiff arm defender, finds some room along the left sideline, still going, and he is brought down at around the 40.
On the return, run out of bounds near midfield.
Actually near midfield, so a decent return of almost 30 yards by Levi Campbell.
Some smart moves, some smart punts. They seem to be just giving it to him on that left side. Plano definitely set up for that opportunity.
They mark him down at the 43, so that's a 23-yard return for Levi Campbell, who was a very dangerous return man for this Reaper squad. Tyler Ward comes out for the first time here in the fourth quarter with his Reaper offense as they look to add to their solid 16-point lead and hopefully break this game open. There's Winner on the carry. Gains a few yards. He is brought down by
number 35, Brendan Nevin.
number 35, Brendan Nevin. Made a nice tackle, tripping up Winner.
Quick gain of about 4 yards. If you can get that on the first down, that's, makes your team feel a lot better about the next play going in. Confidence is something that Plano needs to hold on to.
2nd and 6. Ball at the Reaper 46. Ward with 2 backs with him, and it's going to be Perez on the crossbuck play, and he breaks free into Kohler territory. Nice open field stop by Caleb Spreitzer.
The speed of Perez once again.
Austin Mellon, excuse me, that was on the stop, number 24, but a huge run for Perez and a first down.
Yeah, up the middle, just found some space and then cut out, went through the secondary like butter. Crazy moves coming from not only Perez, but his counterpart, Michael Marshall.
Perez with the only score so far for the Reapers in the second half with a 36-yard touchdown run. That was with 6:24 to go in the third. Perez with touchdowns in each of his last 2 games as there's another handoff. Michael Marshall this time getting the carry. He gets inside the 40-yard line, close to the 35.
Ball's going to be at the 38-yard line.
Which will mark him down at the 38, a gain of 3.
And 7.
Still those 3-4 yard gains on the initial run puts you in a much better position, calms down the coaches. They can make smarter play calls. So it is very crucial that they get that gain.
1 receiver on each side for the Reapers as Ward in the shotgun with 2 backs, and this is Winter getting the carry. He cuts it up the field. Now he's breaking free, breaks a tackle, and he's still going, brought down at around the 5-yard line. A huge run for Jay Winter. Caleb Spreitzer on the tackle.
Just trading blows once again, back and forth between Marshall and Perez.
Once again, it's another Reaper.
That is a 32-yard run for Jay Winters. They mark him down at the 6-yard line. And the Reapers close to finding pay dirt for the 4th time tonight. Ward, same formation, 2 running backs with him in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left. And here's Winter getting the carries. He tried to cut left and run up the middle, and he was tripped up and brought down after a gain of 3. Danny Norton on the stop for the Kohlers.
Inside the 5, we'll make it the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
So an opportunity here for Plano to jump on the board once again.
Mauricio Perez checking in to the ball games. He comes in for Michael Marshall. Elijah Meisenet, the tight end, number 88 out there. They're lined up on the left side. Campbell, the motion man, he gets the carry on the end around, tries to get off a block, and he is wrestled down just short of the end zone. Nice tackle made by the Kohlers as they were able to close in on him. As Campbell, a bit slow to get up, but he is okay.
Can't imagine that they won't be trying to find their way up the middle. Plano with a strong run game. We've seen it this entire drive with, they, between Winters, Marshall, and Perez, they can create so much space in the field, able to get themselves in the end zone.
Now the Reapers tighten up the formation along the left side. Winter, the lone back next to Ward. Ward fakes to him, looks to throw, steps up, passes, and it is
down near the goal line.
Caught by Meisenet.
Is caught.
And is it a touchdown or not? And it is not.
It looks,
he was down just a yard shy, 4th and 1.
Falling backwards, seems like his shoulder pads were in, but unfortunately he fell, like I said, backwards, so ball did not make it in.
And the ball has to cross the plane in order for it to be a touchdown. So decision time here with 6 minutes to go. Do the Reapers kick a field goal or do they go for it? It looks like they're going to go for as I see their main offensive players still out on the field.
Don't mean to jinx it, but so far, these three running backs, I don't believe that all three of them have been tackled for negative yards so far this drive.
Taken by the Reapers.
And do the math.
And the Reapers are going to take a timeout and talk this over. 5:39 to go in the ball game. And the Reapers face a 4th down. And they are 1 yard away from the end zone. So the Reapers with a comfortable 16-point lead. They don't need a touchdown, but it's hard to pass up an opportunity to go for the end zone on a 4th and 1.
Of course, you can never turn down an opportunity to boost your stats, to get in the end zone, to put more points against an opponent who you know might be a threat later on down the road. There's a very real possibility that either of these teams may find themselves facing off in the playoffs. And, if that happens, whoever loses here is going to remember and maybe come into that game a little scared. So it is definitely a mind game that Plano's playing early here, where if they can get as many scores as they can, it's definitely going to make some other teams in this conference think twice.
Plus your offensive line wants to go for it. They want the challenge. As it appears they are. 4th down and 1. Ward with an empty backfield. He's got 2 wing backs on each side of him, 2 receivers to the right, and a split man to the left. Ward on the keeper. Tries to sneak in there, and he does as he's in the end zone for the Reaper touchdown. Ward on a 1 yard keeper off the left side of the line. They gave him just enough room, and the Reapers have opened the game up. It's now 28-6 with 5:36 to go here in the ball game.
Great day for these Reaper fans. Great day for the Reaper team so far. They've been, trading blows back and forth, but seems like Plano walking out of this pretty confident here on homecoming night.
Vaez to attempt the extra point. It's a good snap, and the kick is up.
And it's blocked.
And it is blocked. So 5:36 left to go in the ball game. 28-6 the Reapers lead as Ward finds the end zone on his 2nd touchdown keeper of the night, both of them from a yard out.
Both teams impressive drives, but once again, both of them find themselves in situations that they wind up 3rd and long. But for whatever reason, Plano can figure out how to get out of those situations where Cold City has been struggling from that deep. I think it's got to come down to the successful pass game that Ward has. If I'm not correct, he is leading conference in passing yardage.
Yep, he is leading the conference with 951 passing yards. That was heading into the ball game. I'm sure he's eclipsed 1,000 tonight. This is heading into the ball game. Completed 68% of his passes, along with 10 touchdown passes, and make that 11 tonight after his first touchdown, a 11-yard touchdown pass to Levi Campbell. So Tyler Ward in his senior season having a terrific year, along with his counterpart Israel Adioti.
Just talent all over the field, especially in the back game, both with the wide receivers and running backs for Plano.
And this was a Reaper team that started 1-2 after tough losses to Johnsburg, one of the top teams in 4A on the road. They lost to Herscher on the road, an undefeated team and the conference leader. But other than that, I think a big turning point in their season was last week with their road victory at Mantino. Now they can hit the ground running as there's a kick out of bounds. That'll be a legal procedure, and the Kohlers will start the ball at the 35. But real quick scoring recap. In the first quarter with 7:40 to go, as I mentioned a moment ago, Levi Campbell put up the first score of the ball game with an 11-yard touchdown reception, and then he ran it in on a 2-point conversion. Then in the second quarter, Christian Johnson to cap off a successful Kohler drive, ran it in from 1 yard out. The 2-point conversion failed. That made it 8-6. Then with just 10 seconds left to go after Ward found Dylan Hammond at the 1 yard line, he was able to spike the ball and run it in on a 1 yard touchdown keeper. And Vias' extra point made it 15-8 at halftime. Then the third quarter with 6:24 to go, Mauricio Perez on a 36-yard touchdown run. And then Vias hit the extra point to make it 22-6. And then just a moment ago, we saw Ward run in his second touchdown of the night, and the extra point was blocked. So it leaves us with our 28-6 score as there's a re-kick, and it's taken by the up back, that is number 24, Austin Mellon.
A big blow coming from the Plano defense. I didn't quite see who was accredited with the tackle, but
I believe that was
like
Carlos Martinez.
And not shocked at all by who was responsible and the sheer impact that Martinez brought down. He is a one you're kind of scared to find yourself going up against. And perks up, he's really fast, so sometimes you don't even see it coming.
Martinez, the team's top tackler, the top tackler in the conference. He had over 77 tackles last year. He is a dangerous player out there. As there's a handoff. And being pushed back was Kroger, nothing there. Michael Marshall able to shove him back. But Martinez, he had 77 tackles last year, and that was despite an injury which forced him to miss, I believe, 3 ball games. So he would have had a lot more had he played all the games. But, yeah, this is a very special player to watch and really the heart and soul of this Reaper defense.
He's the guy that coach tells you to watch out for, especially when you're shifting your offense. You never want to send it down where he's standing, and I can tell you that Cole's probably going to go to the left side.
And good call as they do pitch it to the left side, and handoff goes to Nick Hayden. He was brought down by Carlos Martinez, who we just mentioned. A nice open field tackle by him, so I'll make it 3rd and 11.
I was just making the joke that they were going to send it the opposite side of where he's standing, and he still went and got the play. So, man, I don't really know if there's any more proof than that. Fantastic player on the defensive line, the defensive secondary.
Martinez really handles that middle linebacker spot very well. The Coolers face a 3rd down and 12. They need to desperately get a score here as they find themselves down by 22 points. And there's a pass across the middle and unable to handle it. That was number 31, Keithan Neal.
Number 31.
So that'll make it 4th down and 12, and looks like Coach Onson has no choice but to go for it as his team needs to desperately keep possession as we only have 4 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the ball game.
It looks like the pass offense stepping out onto the field. So they're going for it all on 4th. By all, they're probably going end zone.
Players, if you could make your way down to the field to help with equipment.
Oh no, I guess they're going for the punt.
JV player.
And they are, as TJ Jazik will punt off to Levi Campbell and Elijah Maisonet standing back at their own 30. It's going to be Maisonet who takes it at the 26, runs left, and he is brought down from behind at the 31. So a return of 5 yards. Nice tackle made by Sean Grabowski, number 4.
A little change up on the special teams from Coal City that we saw. You know, they maybe trying something new, trying to get down there and get that early tackle so they don't have to do too much work if they can get a 4 and out. But even that is going to be a bit of a stretch because Plano offense has been, even the run game mainly, has just been on fire.
Yeah, we expect a little bit more of a conservative game plan from here on out. The Reapers just 3 minutes, 53 seconds away from victory. I expect them to run the football a little bit, try to kill this clock. As Ward in the pistol, Winter behind him. And there's a handoff. Actually, Ward on the keeper, breaks free, gets past midfield, and he is finally knocked out of bounds.
Stays on his feet, a strong runner. Almost want to put him in a position of a back. But if it wasn't for that arm, I mean, you could tell he'd probably exceed as a running back.
Caleb Spreitzer on the stop as Ward broke free on a big run of around 30 yards.
So once again, the Reapers most likely going for that run. They've got Marshall in the backfield there. He's one of the favorites.
Actually, that was around a 40-yard run by Ward as he gets into Kohler territory. Marshall has some room along the left side. Cuts past the defender, still going. And he is brought down at around the 5. What a huge run by Michael Marshall.
Will be flags on the play, though.
Looks like it's going to come back as we do see multiple flags, but that was a big run of around 30 yards by Michael Marshall.
I think I can stick that one holding on Ethan Key, number 54, at around the line of scrimmage.
Ethan Key, the team's starting center, a 3-year starter. Major part of this Reaper offense, also doubles up as the team's defensive end. Actually, it's Jay Winter called for the hold.
So normally one of the backs finding himself in a front line position. Just faced a man bigger than him. Got called for the hold, trying to contain him.
And for our Cube listeners, this reminds you, our next broadcast, football broadcast, will be next Friday as the Reapers take on the Streeter Bulldogs. Kick off at 7 p.m. Mauricio Perez runs off the left side, is able to push forward and get to around the 35-yard line. Ryan Chapman on the stop as Perez gets closer to the original line of scrimmage. Actually a 6-yard gain, so it's 2nd down and 14.
Opportunity to maybe go for the pass and end this game on a high note, but not exactly like they need it. It is 28-6.
3 minutes, 7 seconds ago in the ball game as Reapers taking their time trying to get rid of some clock as there's a handoff off the right side of the line. Jay Winter gets past the 35 to around the 34-yard line. Mike Pampich on the tackle for the Colors. 3rd down and a much more manageable 8 yards after that holding penalty. Left them with a 1st and 20.
Out comes Perez, so you can expect that it might be a pass. He is a strong blocker. Although we've seen him with end around to that right side, it's a little late in the game to start calling plays, but still we've seen a little bit of a pattern from this play call.
And the fake to Perez. Ward keeps it up the middle, gets past the 30, and he's finally pushed back. Caleb Spreitzer and a couple other Kohler defenders in on the stop. Number 5, Ty Hakey was there leading the charge. So it's 4th down and 3 as we have 2:05 to go in the ball game. And the Reapers just a couple minutes away from improving their record to 4-2 on the season and taking sole possession of 2nd place here in the I-8 Large as they travel next week to take on the Streeter Bulldogs, a struggling team at 1-4. They fell to Sandwich last week, giving Sandwich her first victory. And the Reapers will travel there next week. The Kohlers will take on the Sandwich Indians next week as well on the road, as they will drop to 3-3. Timeout taken by the Reapers with 1:37 to go.
Just want to discuss the play. All they really got to do is get past this, and it, well, the score is a little bit of a lock right now, but there will be some space for a little exclamation point on the game, I guess.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they go for it here with the ball at the Kohler 29. If they are able to get the 1st down here, they can probably enter a victory formation and call it a night. And rest up easy before hitting the gridiron on Monday and getting ready for those Streeter Bulldogs.
Well, speaking of that, they've still been running Ward even like this late in the game. So the Plano Reapers still running the quarterback even this late, though. It's interesting, but a strategy nonetheless.
Well, Ward is a tough football player, so it doesn't surprise me. As we face a 4th and 3, Reapers are going to go for it. Ward in the shotgun. Winter is running back to the left. And it's going to be a shovel pass. And this is Levi Campbell breaking free and scoring a touchdown. Wow, Levi Campbell catches a shovel pass, cuts up along the right seam, was barely touched, a 29-yard score, and the Reapers put the final icing on the cake in this one. 34-6 is our score.
Once again, you've got to send a testament to all the other teams in the league and conference that you are not one to be messed with. And since we're hitting the middle of the season, you know, you see teams that are kind of developing into possible playoff contenders. And Plano wants to make sure that their name is, you know, when people discuss at the dinner table at night who's going, Plano wants to make sure that you're mentioning their name. The snap and kick is good.
Baez hits his third extra point of the night. And that makes our score with just 1 minute, 30 seconds left to go in the ball game. The Plano Reapers 35 and the Coal City Kohlers 6. As the Reapers pick up a huge victory here on homecoming night. And Plano players, coaches, fans, and students have an extra reason to celebrate tonight and tomorrow, as they saw their football team come out and deliver a rather convincing victory over what was a tough Kohler squad, the second best defense in the conference. Gave up just around 52 points on the season. So I was expecting a bit of a challenge for this explosive Reaper offense, but didn't prove to stop them much.
You got to remember, home field, nice Friday night, weather's held up. It is homecoming for these kids. They are excited to come out onto the field. This game matters more than all the others, and they're definitely playing like that for sure.
This Reapers defeated the Kohlers last year in Coal City, and under some odd circumstances, they had to play the game on a Saturday after storms came through and canceled the game for Friday night. But the Reapers came down to Coal City and handed them a convincing victory. Baez kicks it off. Low kick, and it is going to go, actually be picked up. It's picked up by Spreitzer.
Number 34.
And he's brought down inside the 25-yard line.
Making the tackle,
the rain starts to fall late in the game. You're lucky it held off till now.
And so the Coal
City will start. And a long way to go, that's for sure. We can.
Yeah, let's see if they can put up one more score here before the end of this one so they can end the game on a high note.
There's still another team that's got something to prove here. They're still a contender in falling to third place, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm. And there's a handoff.
Kroger on the carry.
To Kroger. The Coal City, they fell to Herscher, Mantino, and now Plano, so this will actually drop them back to fourth place. But they're still in good shape because, you know, at 3-3, and they still got a couple winnable games here. And this is a team that is a perennial playoff team. Coach Johnson, 17 seasons, he's only missed the playoffs 3 times.
Set for another successful season, hopefully going deep if they can figure some things out. But right now, if I'd have to pick a team, it's obviously Plano with the scoreboard looking the way it is.
Coal City made the playoffs last year, sneaking in with a 5-4 record.
The handoff goes to Kroger. And
Kroger again, he's stacked up by Carlos Martinez. No gain there as 35 seconds are left in the ball game and ticking.
Martinez had the last 2 tackles, so even he's kind of boosting the old stats here and there.
He averages double-digit tackles a game. We don't have stats on us available, but I wonder if he has close to 20 tackles on the night.
Would not be surprised at all. We lost count at around 9 in the first half.
I don't even bother counting because he makes so many of them. Under 10 seconds to go. Let's see if the Kohlers run one more play. Christian Johnson, just 3 seconds. And it looks like they're just going to let this clock run down to 0. As that will do it. So the Plano Reapers get the ring of victory bell here at Reaper Stadium on homecoming night as they pick up their 4th win of the season, and they soundly defeat the Coal City Kohlers. Final score 35-6. I'd like to thank our cameraman Eric Peterson, and Felix Fontanez, our producer Mike Reynolds, and my partner Eric Wiseman. I'm Mike Johnson, thanking you. Evan, you got any final words to say?
I'm looking forward to seeing these 2 teams duking it out hopefully later on in the season. Both of them have an opportunity to do great things this year, and if not, they've got some young talent on both sides who can still do it next year. So it was a good face-off, great homecoming. Congrats to Plano. Hopefully the kids have some fun, stay safe. And it's going to be a great season on both ends. We're looking forward to it.
Yep, the Kohlers travel to Sandwich next week. They'll be in this area taking on the Indians as they hope to pick up their 4th win next week. The Reapers pick up their 4th win tonight as they travel next week to take on the Streeter Bulldogs. So both teams will have a couple tough road contests next week. As homecoming night is a sweet night for Plano. They pick up a victory and the players get to go ring the victory bell. And again, our final score, the Plano Reapers defeat the Coal City Kohlers 35-6. For my partner Eric Wiseman, I'm Mike Johnson, bidding you a farewell, and thank you for watching Plano Reapers football live on Fox Valley TV.